The day is almost here. The TCS New York City Marathon. It is Sunday.
That's right.
Already. It's already here. We have you covered with everything you need to know this weekend.
And while we get to sit back, relax, and just enjoy the day, the next 48 hours are absolutely critical for runners. Months and months of preparation. But what they do for the next 2 days could seriously affect how they run on Sunday.
Speak for yourself. I am training to cheer, okay?
I know. You'll be out there in your sneakers going full bore.
To answer our burning questions, we had to bring in an expert. Ben Delaney, the Director of Training Programs and Operations with the New York Roadrunners. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. I want to jump right in. I'm the meteorologist. We know these runners have spent months, if not years, training for this to control the controllables. But there's one factor they have no say in, and that's the weather. Lucky us, we have this front moving through today. Temperatures dropped quite a bit into Sunday. I mean, the timing was perfect. I want to know from you, a runner yourself, is there an optimal range in terms of temperature? And how do runners keep themselves safe when it's cold in the morning, but by the end of the race, their bodies are warm? What do we need to know?
Yeah, we cannot thank you enough for the weather forecast day. I mean, if we have to Venmo you, I'll Venmo you whatever it takes to get us that. I can't appreciate the runners are like, oh my gosh, Nirvana. But no, really, like the optimal weather is like the high 40s to low 50s because it's going to warm up in the day. Our bodies just naturally do that as we run. That's optimum for race time, and we're going to get that. But I see what's coming up on the screen, which is awesome. And then just bring some throwaway clothes to Fort Wadsworth runners when you're out there to keep yourself warm before the start. Just make sure your bib is pinned to your innermost layers, so as you get rid of layers as the race progresses, you don't lose that bib, because that's how we're timing you, and that's how we want to know that you finished that race.
You know, for people who are spectating along the course and they have no idea what it's like to run a marathon, like me, I have no idea what it's actually like. Can you give us some insight into what is going on in some of the athletes' heads? I mean, do they have to tell themselves something to keep going?
Yeah, there's many mantras out there. You know, we always encourage you to remember your why. Why did you want to do this? I mean, besides paying to do it, which we all did, I mean, or raise money to do it, why are we out there? What is driving your force to keep you going when you're out there? And I tell runners, hey, we get to do this. We get to put our shoes on. We get to go outside and run. New York comes out for us in this amazing way on this day. The weather looks great. They're going to be cheering you on. You're never going to be alone. If you have your name on your shirt, you'll hear it more times than you ever thought possible. But it's all the energy that you need from all those crowds. And I'm sure if Danny's out there and she sees your name, she'll give you a shout out as well, because that's what's carrying us on for sure.
I love it.
Energy is key. So what's the one thing runners should be doing today? I know we have Reagan Medji running. We also have Janice Yu running. So what should they be doing today to make sure their body is prepped for what's ahead?
Nothing. Do nothing. You want to be sitting down.
I'm proud. I'm all
It's the
ready.
best part of training. It's what we wait all of the time to train for. So I can sit down for 2 days. But really, I mean, you're probably getting some more carbs in your diet to raise your fuel sources. But really, there's no training that you can do that's going to help. So there's no reason to go out and run harder or run more than you have to. You want to get a good night's sleep tonight. This is really key, because probably tomorrow night you're not going to sleep very well. But just take care of yourself. Sit down, sleep, rest, relax. Make sure you have everything out that you're going to need on Sunday. Take care of all of that now. Those are the variables that you can control, because you want to be relaxed and ready to go on Sunday morning.
Wow, I got the prep down.
Love it.
The carb the rest.
loading.
I can do the prep.
Yeah, that's great. We know it's such a busy weekend for you, so thank you so much for being with us this morning.
We certainly appreciate
My pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
And don't forget, Channel 7 is your home for the TCS New York City Marathon. Our coverage of the event starts tonight at 5:30 with the glorious opening ceremony. Then you can see our countdown to the starting line, and that is tomorrow night after Eyewitness News at 11. Then join us for Marathon Sunday beginning at 7 a.m. So exciting.
Send that Venmo to Danny. The weather's going to be nice.
But hey, I am actually really relieved for these runners, because a couple years ago it was such a warm marathon. It was actually dangerous for a lot of these elite athletes. You need those crisp temperatures in the morning, and they'll be lining up to mid-40s on Staten Island at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. I'll be out there as well. Looking forward to it. It's always one of my most favorite days of the year. You can feel the energy. It's so exciting. Right now, 69, mostly cloudy. It's a warm one out there. 71 already in Poughkeepsie, 64 for Bridgeport, 68 in Belmar. Not quite as toasty as yesterday, but we're still closer to records than averages today. But things are changing, brought in by a front that's already bringing the breeze. You're noticing that as you step out. And if you live north and west of the city, you're seeing that that drastic clearing as well. Sharp cutoff with this cloud shield here as the front continues to pull away. Still bringing a few sprinkles to parts of Suffolk County this morning. Nassau County beginning to dry out, and Jersey's drying out as well. This front clears from west to east for the second half of the day, and I think by about noon we're seeing more sunshine in New York City. But keep in mind, the ground is dry. We're in this drought. The air is now drying out behind the front, and our wind direction is shifting as the gusty wind picked up. So if a fire starts, it's going to spread really rapidly. It's the reason for the red flag warning, and you got to be safe and smart. Wanted to talk first about wind because you will notice it. It is going to become blustery as we move into the second half of the day. We're talking gust speeds 30 to 35 miles per hour, and you notice the shift in wind direction as well, making it that much harder for the firefighters out battling that blaze in New Jersey. Behind this front, clearing and eventually cooling, but today is really warm. We're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s. Then the colder air filters in overnight into tomorrow morning. A crisper start to your Saturday. We're looking at sunny skies and a high near 60 tomorrow afternoon. Even cooler as we move towards Sunday morning. The marathon begins at 8 a.m. on Staten Island. We expect mid-40s at the start with highs in the upper 50s. So a little chilly for spectators, but picture perfect for the athletes. Then we warm up again as we move toward Election Day. We're back to the 70s by Tuesday. So the roller coaster in temperature continues. But watch out for that fire threat today. It's something to take seriously.
Thanks so much, Danny. Halloween is officially over, so now it's time to get into Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's right. Up next, Nina breaks down some of the best shopping as we quickly approach the holiday season.
No matter how early your morning starts,
We're already up.
Shirley Nellicott and Mike Marza with breaking news. Sam Champion and Brittany Bell with AccuWeather. Heather O'Rourke with commuter alerts. Eyewitness News this morning.
Let's do this.
Monday, starting at 4:30 a.m.